So we have some pretty common customary conversions here for length, weight, and capacity. And we'll be going back and forth to look at these conversions to help us convert specific measurements. So 1 foot is equal to 12 inches, and 1 yard is 3 feet, which is also 36 inches. So all three of these things are equivalent. 1 mile is 1,760 yards, which is 5,280 feet. A pound is 16 ounces. 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. A cup is 8 fluid ounces. A pint is 2 cups. 1 quart is 2 pints. And 1 gallon is made up of 4 quarts. So to convert between customary units, the conversions can be used to multiply your measurement by a convenient form of 1. So let's take a look at what that means. We know that 1 yard equals 3 feet. Therefore, the fraction 1 yard over 3 feet, or even 3 feet over 1 yard, is equivalent to 1. So what's going to happen is we're going to multiply our measurement that we start with by a form of 1 that's relevant to the problem that we're doing. So let's take a look at how we do this. 63 feet, we want to know how many yards that is. Okay, so I have 63 feet, and I know that 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So I'm going to use this form of 1. Now the reason I'm using 1 yard over 3 feet and not 3 feet over 1 yard is because I want the unit that I start with and the unit that matches it to be on the bottom. So here I have feet, and I want my feet to be on the bottom over here, which is why I need to use the 1 yard over 3 feet and not the 3 feet over 1 yard. So those units kind of cancel each other out, and all I'm left with is yards, which matches the unit that I'm trying to go to. Okay, now I can put my 63 over 1, and I can multiply these two fractions. I basically have 63 over 1 times 1/3. So I know that I can simplify here. 3 can go into 3 once, and 3 can go into 63 21 times. So when I multiply across, 21 times 1 is 1, and 1 times 1 is 1. So my answer is 21 yards. Okay, let's look at that for another problem. A humpback whale weighs 33 tons. How many pounds does the whale weigh? So the fact that I know is that 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. So we need to think about, are we going to do 1 ton over 2,000 pounds? Or are we going to do 2,000 pounds over 1 ton? The correct answer is that we want to use the second one because, again, we want the matching units to kind of be opposite from each other. And this 33 tons that we start with, I'll put over 1. Because when the matching units, 1 is in the numerator and 1 is in the denominator, then they cancel out. So I can't do any simplifying before I multiply here. So I just need to do 33 times 2,000, and that's 66,000. And pounds is the unit I'm left with, and it would be 66,000 over 1, which is just 66,000 pounds. All right, let's try this in capacity. We want to make 25 fluid ounces into pints. Now, if I look back at the chart that you have up on the top of your paper, I don't have a conversion that takes me straight from fluid ounces to pints. So what I'm going to have to do is kind of use 2 facts, and those facts that I need to know are that 1 cup is equal to 8 fluid ounces, and that 1 pint is equal to 2 cups. So if I start with fluid ounces, I can change my fluid ounces to cups, and then I can change my cups to pints using this fact. So the first step we're going to have to do is start with our 25 fluid ounces, and I'm going to put it over 1, and I need to make my fluid ounces cups. So I'm going to use this fact, and I want to make sure that I have those fluid ounces. Oops. Erase that there. I need 1 cup over my 8 fluid ounces. I want my fluid ounces opposite from each other so that they cancel out. Okay. Now in the same multiplication, I'm going to change my cups that I figure out to my pints. So the fact that I'm using is 1 pint is equal to 2 cups, and I put the cups on the bottom so that it's opposite these ones over here, so that those will cross out, and then the only unit I'm left with is pints, which is the one I'm trying to get to. So I can't simplify anything here for 25 or 8 or 2 or 25, so I just have to go across and multiply. 25 times 1 is 25. 1 times 8 times 2 is 16, and that's improper, so that would simplify to 1 9/16, and my unit that I had left was pints, and that is the correct answer. So notice that I had 1 9/16 pints. The next one that I look at is not going to be an exact conversion. However, I am going to try to get my answer in cups and then leftover fluid ounces. So I'm starting with 26 fluid ounces, and I know that there are 8 fluid ounces in a cup, and I know that 26 is not a multiple of 8, so I'll have some leftover fluid ounces. So I'll have a few cups, and then I need to figure out how many leftover fluid ounces I have. So the first step is I know that 8 fluid ounces is equal to 1 cup. So that's the main fact that I'm going to be using. And first step is we need to change all of the fluid ounces to cups. So I'm going fluid ounces to cups here. So I know I'm starting with 26 fluid ounces. And I'm going to put that over 1. And I'm going to put 1 cup over 8 fluid ounces so that I have my fluid ounces diagonal from each other. Fluid ounces cancel out and I'm left with cups, so that's good. I can simplify before I multiply here. Both of these are divisible by 2. So I get 13/4, which would simplify to 3 1/4 cups. Now if I wanted my answer in only cups, I would be done. But I know that the cups part of my answer is going to be this whole number here. So I know that I have 3 cups. Now I need to figure out 1/4 cup equals how many fluid ounces. So if I start, now this one's kind of funny because I have to start with 1/4, and before I always started with a whole number and just put it over 1, but now I'm starting with a fraction. So I'm going to attach my cup label to the numerator, and I'm going to use the fact that 8 fluid ounces is equal to 1 cup. Now this gives me my cups diagonal from each other, which is always the goal. So I can simplify here, and I get 2 over 1, which is equal to 2. So I know that that's 2 fluid ounces. 1/4 of a cup is equal to 2 fluid ounces. So my final answer is that 26 fluid ounces is 3 cups, and then 2 fluid ounces left over.